Why a little penny I think about losing weight in fats though? I'm mostly over. I'm probably in my height, probably definitely over 200 odd pound in fat. Crazy. Man, I say, yo. Alright. Today we are watch Ozempic. Kids Are Here by Kiana Doitry. Let me get that right. Alright, me we always just say.
Childhood obesity is spiraling out of control.
Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Oh my god. It's not a good look. Keep on a go up. The number up on the scale that go faster than the age. Okay, me no more dramatics, dog. Me no more dramatics real. So I guess that's it. Yeah, get back to the video, though.
Percent of kids in the USA are now obese.
21.
The U.S. has seen a massive rise in childhood obesity rates. More than 1 in 5 American children.
Before she even get into nothing, dog, you know what me think, dog. Lock up the parents, them get rid of them because what? But then you have to talk about the poverty and the this and the that and the... I just want to heap of factors, dog, but still. You're not supposed to be 13 and weigh 200 odd pound. What you mean you're 13 and weigh 200 odd? Yeah, and the pitney them a feed themselves, even though some of them pitney are greedy, dog, like shit. But still, like, what? You're not supposed to be 13 at 200 pound. But then I just lifestyle, dog, like parents them probably at work, this and that, dinner, this, that. Just one bag of thing, dog. One bag of thing.
That is up from 1 in 20 back in the 1970s.
1 in 5 kids. That stat.
Most of the video them when me watch well, majority of them are them talk about US. But some of them opinion in Jamaica get fat too, you know. I don't know what kind of lifestyle them a live all them. So what you call it? Pretty fortunate. If I get so much food to eat, if I be so fat. But them opinion I get fat, and not just an America thing, dog. I feel like I the new lifestyle, everybody they on them screen. So them a live a more sedimentary lifestyle. Them not go outside go play anymore. Oh my god. Of course I got school. You know I got school. So a sedimentary? Like sedimentary rock? Dog.
Blew my mind. As a former obese child, I was usually one of 2 fat kids in my class. Everyone else was thin because kids don't usually struggle with their weight. But that is clearly not the case
today one
today.
look up and look for me and say, the little boy look for me and say, you see me I lose weight, the little boy are like 14 or 15. Why you have look for me? Why you look up and I think about losing weight in fats though? I'm mostly over. I'm probably in my height, probably definitely over 200 odd pound in fat. Crazy. Man, I say, yo, that's what? A big people ask people them question if you see me I lose the weight. A little pitney asked me that question there. Would you believe that? And I said, John, you're well gone to shit. Wish him the best though. Is that cool you?
While childhood obesity is a big problem, it's also a symptom of other problems. Our food environment flooded with ultra-processed foods, our modern sedentary iPad lifestyle, and the billions of marketing
Adam did say sedentary. Was I right?
dollars targeting kids. There are many potential solutions to the problem of obesity, but for now, a new approach is being taken. And that approach is GLP-1s for kids.
Doctor, we tried to have Eric eat right and exercise, but it just doesn't seem to work for him.
Have you heard of semaglutides?
Like Ozempic and Wegovy, and wouldn't be surprised if kids start to take those.
Yeah.
From the Wall Street Journal, when diets don't work, parents turn to Wegovy for elementary school.
I mean the diets don't work. Who a feed the penny them? The diets have to work. What you mean them don't work? Who know feed the penny them? What? They not a control of what them eat. You make them breakfast, you make them lunch, you make them dinner. When them they at school, that different now. But for the most part of the day, breakfast and dinner. Probably eat a snack or so at school. Jesus Christ, me a dead. Them probably eat a snack or so when them they at school. I don't think that has much impact unless I give them some bombard. At the one bag of fast food, dog, them just can go buy fast food regular, just come from school, whoop, go and go buy McDonald's or some fast food that they close by, because me I tell you, all like fast food them they close by, you better believe. Walking distance. So, oh my God, so at the lifestyle, dog, cause what you mean the diet now work? The diet have to work. Are you a feed your pitney them, right? Are you a make sure so them eat that for breakfast or that for lunch? Are you a buy the food at the end of the house? And then some of them parents are fat, so it's hard for him even look upon the pitney them and say, yo, do better, or why you do this, or we're gonna put up on a diet, because them shame. Them shame themselves like, yeah, you can't I tell the pitney say, yo, you need to eat this or eat that, and then you run this or eat ice cream and one bag of thing and you're fatter than your pitney. Them not be a good example. So them feel less inclined for, like, start the process. Dog, you get what I mean, brother. Stop it, no, man.
Now, obviously, I'm all for the fight against childhood obesity. Unlike some people we've talked about on this channel before.
The best way to win the war against fat is to give up the fight.
But I've been thinking about this whole issue a lot, and I have a lot.
That's crazy. What she just said a while ago? The best way to win the war against... No, them some different context must there to that clip that give up the fight, just give up. Yeah, man, just dead and done. Just dead and done, man. Why you overweight? Just dead and done. Just dead and done. Just give up. I best way. Oh boy.
To say. So I wanted to kind of open up the conversation about this new approach to obesity.
You know, say I don't know if we didn't really start doing me a chat all heap though. Me just realized that, and yeah. My bad.
GLP-1 kids, starting with 9-year-old twin brothers named Aiden and Caden. But before we get into it, a quick message from today's sponsor, Chime, America's #1 choice for banking, who's giving you a $350 bonus. We've all got money just sitting in an account.
No, we don't.
What you don't see is that it's just sitting there, doing nothing for you. Our regular sponsoring today's video. Kids as young as 6 are being given weight loss drugs as a way to curb obesity before it gets too late. So the story opens up with these two twin adopted brothers named Aiden.
6-year-old? 6-year-old? No, not understand. A 6-year-old? A 6-year-old. 6-year-old, you just are going to grade 1. You just are going to grade 1 in primary school. 6-year-old. 6. You put them on drugs for lose weight. Just make them eat less. And send them outside for growing up and down. Buy them a bicycle or something. What? Then where them house set up, you're not them neighborhood just set up like everybody live in an apartment for ride bicycle and thing, you're afraid that car slap them in their parking lot. Like your world just set up for them failure, man.
Aiden and Caden, who are getting injected with a GLP-1 while watching cartoons. When I first heard this, I think my jaw hit the floor. It's so dystopian. And honestly, all I could think to myself was, how did we get here? If I'm totally honest, my complete knee-jerk reaction to the concept of children plus Ozempic is a big hell no. It just seems completely viscerally wrong. Now, I am pro GLP-1s in general. I think they're an amazing feat of modern science.
Yeah, for the people them when need it, the sick people, them the diabetic, but not for little pitney. You get me? I said, little pitney, yo.
Think that the data suggests there isn't a lot of reason to be concerned, from my opinion. And in general, I'm happy that there is a tool to potentially help with the obesity epidemic. I really am. However, that's for adults. For kids, we're talking about a completely different ballgame here. My mind automatically fills with Aiden and Caden stuffing themselves with sugary cereal, Pop-Tarts, Dino Nuggies, and Smiley Fries while sitting in front of the TV, like I used to do. And then to think that to combat this, these kids are just going to be shot up with a medication at such a young age. Like kids plus medication.
Imagine one day them just happy and dog, them a eat one bag of food and then the next day them just, oh, I'm not hungry no more. I don't know, I just not feel like them mood just crash. Everything just gone down. And them I wonder, why them not even I wonder, them just up here so one day, they on top of the world and then boom, depression. Cause them a fool them up on medication, dog. Sad, sad, sad.
And it's the type of thing you hope your kid never has to take a medication, right? Let alone starting a kid on a medication that they'll need for life due to a completely preventable thing like childhood obesity.
So, that's something we have to take for life? I never know that. I think you just take it and then they get the benefit and then they come off. But I guess then it would be a drug, right? Them could sell it to you. And one bag of shit, yeah, me if you slow down with the sound effects. Yeah. Not true. Them could sell it to you, them could so them have to put something in there to make it addictive. Why?
A thing that didn't even exist really in kids.
Are not even
50 years ago.
addictive, or probably something they were like, you know, like how steroids make your body stop produce what name again? Testosterone. Or it can do that. You know? Probably that can make something in your body stop, so you have to keep and take it over and over. Do I know what I'm talking about? Oh no, you know what I talk about.
But guess what? If you're feeling a little bit mad right now, well, that's because you just got rage baited. And not by me, by the Wall Street Journal. So don't be mad at me. It was all a setup to trigger you about potentially bad parenting, when in reality, Aiden and Kate
good clickbait.
Aiden are actually struggling with a metabolic disorder. They have this rare metabolic issue that's led to extreme obesity at a young age. The boys were about 4 years
I believe in that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe in that. Yeah. I don't believe them have no strange metabolic issue. That time I say even if them not eating and them just get fat, I'm gonna better, yo.
old when they started rapidly gaining weight. Sometimes they would eat so much in one sitting that they would become sick. They were so hungry.
That's why what them can't eat on the day of them plate. What want to talk about? The opinion them can't eat on the day of them plate. Dog, them people are talk about them have some kind of condition or this or that. Oh, them are go eat on the day of them plate. Or them are go eat 4 dumpling if I get them 2. Yo, them people are just a look excuse.
At time that they would cry. The family worked with their pediatrician and nutritionist and started limiting portion size.
I like them, I tell.
And following a stricter diet. They also enrolled the boys in karate classes to try and help them lose weight. However, their BMI continued to climb. So it actually
because them keep on eat more food. You can't gain weight if you don't eat food. I'm in a business where nobody wants it. You might think you're not eating enough, but you eat food. Yeah, I eat food. So no content with, oh, I don't know me again. Them little pitney dog. Them can't eat when nobody if the parent not give them food. So the parent them for blame dog don't come tell me about say, oh, we don't know them have a condition and them just when them eat themselves till them eat till them sick. What you mean them eat till them sick? What? Where you putting on them plates so where them can't just eat and stop? Them broke bad from day one, brother. And then them come and talk about, oh no, you see, actually them have a this, that. Shut up, brother.
It wasn't until the family got the twins into this kids' local obesity management program that they learned about this. But there they were tested and it was discovered that they had this genetic mutation that makes them extremely hungry and therefore can lead to obesity. Now, I feel like every few years you'll see a little Michelin baby like this. So when you see this, usually these kids have an extreme example of the types of genetic mutations that can lead to
probably at that age. I mean, all right, probably them can get a blind. Maybe probably them can get a blind. Yeah. Yeah, probably them can get a blind. Them can get a blind.
Obesity. Now, these genetic abnormalities, they exist, but they're really rare. And when someone has them, they can lead to very, very serious complications very, very fast.
Like what?
When they were 7, they're
like what? Like them just hungry, them feel hunger different from how we feel it. Like what gonna happen if them not eat and them super hungry, even though them body don't need them more food? What gonna happen? Them just them go have a psychotic break or what gonna happen? see what got him for you.
A1C, a measure of blood sugar, was elevated. They also had signs of liver dysfunction and worrisome cholesterol findings, according to the report. They were
So probably, well, probably the fat mash up all of that. I'm not saying no. I'm not take back my word.
We're still moving up to the chart to the point that it was alarming, Wright told the Journal, noting the boys' weight was affecting their ability to run and play.
Dog.
The article also said that these kids were lifting weights with their parents 3 times a week. They go on big family walks all the time. Their parents
Lifting weight, that means I go lose weight. Lifting weight enough to lose weight.
only let them have like ice cream once a week and more.
That's the thing that I mean, like when people are talk about, oh, I go to the gym and this year I go to the gym. Under the gym, I gonna make you lose weight. At the diet, where you eat, and then if you want to do an activity where you go help you lose weight, there's a cardio coming. Under the gym, another weight at the gym, and the amount of cardio you get from the gym, that not gonna make you lose no weight. So the one who know I talk about, oh, we make a go to the gym this year, lose little this and that, and that enough for doing if you got a supermarket. Yeah, you need to buy up some fruits and some vegetable and chicken, proteins, and start cook at your yard. That's what you need to do. And talk about, oh, me go to gym and this and that. Or me go lose this and this but before summer. Where you eat and cardio. Simple. You don't even need to go to the gym. If you just put everything in your cardio, put everything in your diet, you're going to lose the weight. Where it go come off your body, that's your body if you decide. You can't pick and choose which part you lose weight when you lose it. You just have to lose the weight and you're going to lose it. All over your body over time. So this, the gym and them a lift weights, many business are bullshit that. And that them need for do. You need for take out some of my food in them plate and make them go run up and down. Take away the tablet, take away that, them broke bad already. But if even uno go run up and down with them, come here tell me, I assure you say the parents them fat too. Me know the parents them fat too. I don't have to see a picture of the parents. Me know them fat too. So it's a lifestyle thing, dog. Even with the condition, I know what gonna happen if them hungry. Yeah, if them hungry. But you feed them already and them just have this hunger. Like what it mentally like it go fuck up them head or what go really at me if you just feed them what them to eat was sufficient for them because them on a diet. And then you see a them thing you're gonna make. Because at this young age, you're not supposed to they are wait till you have your diet. So you gotta have if them not do it the right way, you gotta have a bad relationship with food. And it's just messed up, dog. But we're gonna make sure continue, dog.
Seemed like the parents were doing everything they could to try to manage their kids' extreme hunger and obesity. And yet these kids are already struggling with the type of obesity you might see in someone who is 45 years old and had a slew of bad habits their whole life. But as I mentioned, these genetic abnormalities, they only explain a very small percentage of the now 21% of American kids struggling with childhood obesity.
That is one out of every 5. I'm got my fast with the maths. 1 out of every 5. If you say 5 pitney in a line, more than likely at least one of them obese.
They are seeing kids younger than ever before develop obesity. They're seeing more severe cases and they're dealing with more obesity related comorbidities. And as we talked about several months ago, there was this insane UNICEF report that came out describing the fact that this is not just happening here at home, it's now taking over the world.
Worldwide, me tell you, dog, me tell you say some fat pitney there at Jamaica, me say, boh, why them so fat? Them fat, man.
Covered that even kids in Nigeria are now struggling with childhood obesity. So yeah, things are feeling a little bit bleak.
No longer think of the kids in Africa. The kids in Africa are doing fine. You know, when they eat off your food and say, you know how much pitney Africa don't know, man, the pitney in Africa eat more than me.
I mean, for years, kids did not have to worry about most of the, except for in rare cases, of course, most of the diseases that typically come with adulthood, with a life that's been lived. And now that's just not true. I mean, look at this. High blood pressure rates in children nearly doubled in 20 years.
That what little pitney do with high blood pressure, brother. I remember when we did at primary school, me think one youth did have sugar. And I never know to do like in weight, you know. It did as some genetic, like it probably passed down in family or something like so. I mean I say, boy, what kind of big people problem this man have at him young age? Me feel so sorry for the dog. But them people have high cholesterol, what? No, not high cholesterol. High blood sugar. Little pitney have high blood sugar. That's crazy. Me don't know what is high blood sugar still. Me just blood pressure. Yeah, me just see screen blood pressure. My bad. Alright.
Review finds. High blood pressure used to be something that we would associate almost exclusively with
Old people.
middle-aged adults. Like, this actually sounds like satire. But here's another fun headline. Study finds children in U.S.
The only way
begin
I'm like,
increasing...
if it in your family, then, you know, if it like in your family, then it reasonable for you have high blood pressure, even when you're like early 20s or 19, 18. Just because you just run in your family, so just something to watch out for. But because of the obesity, all of them something flare up in a little bit. It's
really
crazy.
unhealthy over past 17 years. It really all does beg the question, what the hell is going on here and how do we make it stop? But, you know, it also makes it more clear why some doctors might be looking at a patient that comes into their office and be willing to put them on a GLP-1, even if the knee-jerk reaction is that it feels wrong to do
They must say, dog, they must say, yo, him too fat. Him too fat. We have to just put him on Ozempic. We can't do nothing else. Him too fat. Him too fat. Can't do nothing else. So that's the doctor them tell people.
Put a kid on an obesity medication. You hear these stats, you hear Aiden and Caden's story, and personally, I get it. And my point with all this is, this stuff is super complicated. It is not black and white. Even if it feels like it is, it's not black and white. By prescribing GLP-1 medications early, doctors say they aim to prevent lifelong obesity and complications such as type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, which are showing up in teens and even younger children. Doctors prescribing the drugs off-label say the risks of obesity complications for some patients are too serious not to try a treatment that can be so effective. I see kids who have developed type 2 diabetes at 10, 11 years old, said Dr. Jessica Riley. They need help so desperately. Yeah, so if it hasn't been clear, this drug actually hasn't been approved by the FDA for kids this young. But some doctors, based on their experience, are still thinking that it's worth the risk to put them on this medication with no data. And it's worth it to them because the alternative is letting them grow up with obesity from that young age. Because here's the extra fucked up layer regarding childhood obesity specifically. I think it's fair to say that it is way more dangerous than adult onset obesity, because being obese as a child means your likelihood of escape is way, way lower. I just read a paper the other day about toddlers with severe obesity, so kids between 2 to 4 with severe obesity, and it said there plain as day. It is critical to note that the development of severe obesity this early in life is nearly irreversible, and the prognosis for kids a bit older than that is a little bit better, but not by much. And on top of it, it massively increases these kids' risk for early death, prediabetes, diabetes, high blood pressure, and something called dyslipidemia. And on top of it, behaviorally, we know that the way you eat as a child really sets the stage habits-wise for the rest of your life. So yeah.
So that's what I was saying. That's what I say. Even putting them on this medication or even having to put them on a diet in the first place, which is so sad, it'll go probably like fuck up them relationship with food, cause them are gonna look on food like, oh, this thing where me have to track all the time and this and that, and oh, if me eat that, and oh, then them probably are getting like get some disorders like, you know, binge eating and them could thing there. And as a little pitney, you're not supposed to, that's not something you're supposed to think about. The lifestyle and the activity level of a child supposed to compensate for any amount of food. But you know, always I have the fat pitney them and them thing there. But you know, them are gonna grow, and you expect them to grow and probably grow out of it, or you know. But damn, you can't grow to 200, 300 pounds just like that at all. You know, I grew to 200, 300 pounds like that. Rough, man, rough.
Personally, despite, you know, my dramatic intro to this video and stuff, I can really see this side of it. Like, yeah, of course, some doctors are thinking that the unknown risk of the GLP-1s is better than the known risk of childhood obesity. But at the same time, you can't understate the risk of putting these kids on this drug when there is no data available yet. These drugs aren't yet approved for obesity in patients this young, and without further studies, it isn't certain that young children can safely use the medications for weight loss without compromising a critical period of growth for their bones and brain. We do not have enough evidence to safely prescribe under 12 at this point, Dr. Sarah Hampel told the Journal. I think that potential is there for positive impact, but there are not enough studies yet. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about kids, not adults. They're developing their bones, their brains, their hormones, their appetite, everything. Who really knows what the potential effects could be injecting a drug that works on both your brain and your body? Plus, I mean, there is also the issue of putting these kids on these GLP-1s who are now eating less of the wrong foods. So you're going to have some kids who are eating virtually an entirely junk food diet and almost reliant on some volume in order to get any sort of nutrition, now eating way less of that diet. Which, is that going to be worse, right? Like, are we going to see 12-year-olds with like osteoporosis next? There are just so many unknowns and concerns. It has got to be such a hard and uncomfortable choice for the doctors faced with making it. Do I let the children I'm caring for inevitably become sicker through obesity, or do I give them this thing that could potentially impact them in ways we don't even fully understand? For me, I can see both sides. I think both arguments are so strong. It's just, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a doctor. I'm curious what you guys think, though. I feel like there's going to be a lot of really strong opinions on this. But like I said, I don't know. For me personally, I can see both sides. But I would like to talk about the way bigger issue here that neither of these articles even mentioned. And it's that GLP-1s are not going to end the childhood obesity epidemic. They can't. They're not designed to, because they don't address the root cause, which is, of course, the food. Today's kids are overeating, and they're overeating because ultra-processed junk food has become the norm in our society. It's the cheapest, it's the most convenient, it's the most aggressively marketed. It's the culture we surround children with. From junk food commercials plastering kids' channels to Paw Patrol on 5 different snack products at the grocery store. Actually, I feel like that's an important...
Them not eat no fruits, them not drink no water. Rough, man.
Thing to bring up. Have you noticed that snacking for kids has like completely exploded? Snack packs, dessert yogurts, crackers and chips, fruit snacks, cookies, juice drinks, and don't get me started on those lil bites. Those piss me the hell off.
Yeah, dog. And it start from me the home. At the where the parents them have in at the house, so the penny them eat. If them never have the one bag of snack and them have more fruits and them something there, penny them probably would have said, oh, why we can't get this and that. You want to make them something they be treat. The calories within them snack, then them something they are treat at once in a time, something there.
Every time I see them, I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them.
We start our day smiling together with Entenmann's Little Bites muffins.
Yummy!
Little Bites are made with real ingredients, like real blueberries and real bananas.
As a society, we just let these companies go open season on these kids. And then we go, I wonder why there's childhood obesity. It's almost like their little bodies can't handle food that's been literally designed to override their hunger signals and make them eat more. Think about it. 63% of American children will drink at least one soda today. At least one. On what planet does a child need a soda any day? Or even ever at all? Like, I don't know. I feel like for me, giving a kid a treat, like a cookie and bake them or something, is a part of life. You know, I don't think that like being like super crazy about it makes sense. But when we're talking about giving a kid a soda or similar sugary beverage on any given day, like, how did this happen? Yet that's just normal to us. So many of us don't even question it because it's just marketed to us as what we do now. If you wanted a soda back...
what they Walmart and my mother say and Tafari. Little brother, ask him mother about, say, yo, him want this and that, and him want, I want some donut or some sweet something. And mother said she not buy him no sweet now. I mean, say, yeah, man, that's good. Yeah.
In the day, I'm pretty sure that you and your whole family had to like go to a soda shop. You had to go get one as like an excursion. Same with fast food. It was like a treat. But now for a lot of households, it's a multi-day-a-week thing. And that's just how it is. Like, given this situation, of course we have obesity. And if we don't address this, if we don't change the way we eat, are we really ever going to have healthier kids. Even if GLP-1s completely change the childhood obesity epidemic, which would be amazing. That's the ideal scenario. Wouldn't new problems just pop up in its place unless we address the root cause? Like, realistically, we'll probably just have skinny yet unhealthy children, no? The root cause is an excessive diet of nutritionally poor, ultra-processed foods and a culture that makes them the preferred option.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like, yo, me I put all like pressure upon the parents them. Them deserve some blame, definitely. So I always give them some blame. But the options them and the system over there now also play a part. You know, the processed food and this and that. But we already live in a world, so we just have to deal with what we have to deal with. So then we going back to the parents them do better.
Addressing this, why would we assume that anything would get better?
Getting
the
medication
off-label has helped Aiden and Caden make healthier habits like snacking less and has also given them more energy. Their parents hope they won't be on the drug for more than a few years. They can learn to manage themselves, the exercise, the healthy habits, read their bodies properly, Wright said. The goal is for them to learn, you know, as they grow, that this is going to be their life. It says that Aiden's BMI dropped like 7 percentage points and Caden's dropped 5, which is amazing. Remember, they were obese at age 4, making their obesity extra difficult to manage. If it turns out they're safe and GLP-1s can start helping kids today, that's the best thing ever. And if the drug can help them build healthy habits through that critical learning period, that is the ideal outcome. But realistically, we actually need nothing short of a cultural revolution surrounding food. Until we get that, it's probably just an expensive band-aid. Not denying it can help in the short term, but things still have to change. And if we're serious about protecting kids, we can't just let big food and big pharma continue to profit while people pay the price on both ends. I feel like we have to use the fact that very young children are being considered for GLP-1s as a huge wake-up call. We need to step it up. It might sound crazy or utopian or something, but I think that there could be a food revolution, a cultural revolution in America regarding this stuff. I mean, a big part of the reason a lot of the countries who aren't fat and don't have fat kids is because they have a strong food culture that everyone participates in that says, no, I don't fill my kids' lunch pail full of treats.
No,
why would
and activity levels. People are active. And people are not active, dog. But the people are active. That's why they're not fat.
Do that. Yet here in our culture, it's still odd if you think like that. It's considered extreme. This is just what we do here, likely because the food companies have wriggled their way into our culture starting when you were a kid. But yeah, I feel like the only thing...
Easy, man. Just drink, just drink a big guy, drink a Pepsi, or drink a this, nothing too much. Why you want to drink water every day? It's not a treat. I just, how much for Pepsi? Just 2 bills for your Pepsi. Drink a Pepsi with your KFC, drink a Pepsi with your box food, and it just become regular.
We can really do as the adults of society is change our own behavior. Starting with not purchasing products from companies who openly claim to be trying to override your hunger signals with their technology. Like, why do we accept that as normal and then continue to buy their products? It actually doesn't make sense. We also need to find a way to make healthy food so convenient and cheap that it becomes our new norm. And it sounds small, but if we demand of ourselves a healthier lifestyle, the environment will change. These companies will be forced to change. The more adults that reject the current way of doing things when it comes to food, the closer we are to solving childhood obesity. It might sound crazy, but what we can do is change ourselves and what we tolerate. Because the alternative is injecting kids with a $500 a month medication that they need for life straight out of the womb so they can hopefully grow up to be able to moderate how much money they spend on junk food every month. So yeah, in my opinion, even if GLP-1s turn out to be an amazing tool for kids struggling with extreme obesity, it's not enough. Success isn't getting as many kids as possible on a GLP-1. Success is creating a culture where kids don't need these medications in the first place. And the only people who can do that is us. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. Please let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if I was off base. Not my usual type of video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you.
She said that like every video. Not my usual type of video. But that was the video, guys. One thing, them pitney off. Fat. No, we can't say that, right? Fat. Yeah, it's not a bad word, So what am I gonna do about it? Me? But that's why I'm going to chill, man, and picnic. Something I don't worry about like that. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.